Welcome to the Spit Bucket Hotel Party.
Thanks for joining us.
Someone say something stupid before we start.
Bakugo is a great character.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out. Welcome to the Spit Bucket, everyone. My name's Omar, also known as the Shark Boy on social media. Yes, the same one that was retweeted by the minor league baseball team, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
That's true.
That's me.
Why did they retweet you?
Because I know their song. 3, 2, 1. We are the Jumbo Shrimp, here to play a game.
And then,
Ah!
there we go.
So then,
Sounds like a bird call.
Did you make a video of you doing that?
No, I just wrote it out for them, and then they went ahead and retweeted me. So things have been blowing up for me pretty well. I just also turned 25, but I'm not even going to introduce everyone at this table. Fuck y'all. So don't even speak until I introduce you, okay?
Yikes.
I don't know
now
how
that
I
I'm
feel about that one.
now that I'm 25, I feel like it's time that I start my own small business. I'm trying to break into the market with dog milk. We've got cow milk. We've got human milk. There's goat milk.
What about horse milk?
I haven't even thought about
Do
that.
horse have titties?
But I'm starting with dog milk. So if you guys want some dog milk, hit me up, and I will.
I'll tell you what, I ain't never
I'll get
seen
you a full
horse
bag.
nipples before.
Well, we'll talk about the small business once we get into
They
it.
have one big nipple in between their legs. You can milk that.
Hell yeah.
All right. Also, let me introduce you guys to my business associates for this project.
I didn't agree.
All right, no, you're all in it. I actually need some money for this investment.
Is this what this all is? Is this all part of like your scam?
Yeah, I'm also selling some timeshares. So be ready for that. But joining me at the table, it is everyone's favorite. It is Junkyard Jam Ginto.
Hey, I'm with an old man now.
Sometimes you say things that you don't realize how much they hurt me.
Yeah. You do that a lot to me too, so.
All right,
I think we're both just kind of fucked up in this relationship. I think
Fair
it's
enough.
time for both of us to move on.
my fucking knees hurt.
Carl,
I'm
take
too
me home
old.
with
I'm
you.
too old to start dating.
Surprise, Omar! This is an intervention.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a date and then I'm gonna go stand up to pull their chair out and then they're gonna hear my knees crack and walk out.
Dude, that'd be some shit because you didn't even do that for me.
Oh,
All right.
And he's never opened a car door for me. Oh, Mario, do something.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, hey, can we do introductions, please?
We exposing everybody.
I swear to God, I ain't scared.
All right. Also at the table, coming through, our favorite Rockford girl. She back
And she bad.
and she bad. It's Carl.
Yo, what up? Omar, how dare you?
What? What do you mean? I do other things. I lay down the pipe, you know. So I don't need to open car doors, all right?
He's like, what else? What else do you need?
Call me Omar the Plumber Abonsa from now on, all right?
God.
Yikes.
All right. And at the table, making one half of the Mendoza brothers. It is the Erik flavor.
The Erik.
The
flavor?
Erik flavored one. Yeah. You say something?
You need to be respectful, Omar. To all women. I had one time where someone tried to be aggressive with a girl and I had to intervene.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
He didn't do anything.
And at the table, it's been a minute. This boy hasn't hopped on in a good while.
It has been.
I literally think the last time you were here was when Tony was still here.
That's before he moved to Africa.
I'm definitely a seasonal person.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Listen, man.
You made him move to Africa.
You know, it's okay, but I'm here now.
All right, he's here now. It's Salvador, everyone.
It's weird. Don't call me Salvador.
Fine, it's Gibby.
That's my.
Gibby's back.
I'm back.
Back in town.
And then
And he brought...
I brought my girlfriend.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
I don't think she's gonna say anything.
Go
but
ahead and introduce her, though.
her name's Mahyan. MAHYAN. You can call her Ma.
What's her
MAH.
social?
Young mom.
Her
boys.
young Ma. There you go. I texted her last time and I was like, "Hey, mommy,
You're bogus.
you want to say something? You want to say shout out to
She's gonna
Scumberg?"
let you know that you guys aren't together anymore after what you just said.
Scumberg is not as great as you think.
Scumberg.
It's the scum of the earth. Yeah, Schaumburg.
Yeah. Is it better than Zompton or
Oh,
Waukeezi?
shit.
And then closing out the roundtable board executive of my dog milk company. It's Mario, everyone.
Hello, I'm here.
All right.
I'm the other half of the Mendoza brothers. Just for today.
Mario Mendoza. All right, so let's talk about my new milk company, everybody.
Remember when you called Alan Dominguez?
No, I don't.
Because you forgot his name.
That's on the last episode that you were on. You introduced him as Alan Dominguez.
No, I don't.
Wait, Alan? Like
Yeah.
Alan?
Yes.
Why?
Dominguez.
Why'd you do that?
I don't remember. If I don't remember, did I do it? Did I ever do it?
No. Just like
Right.
you don't remember calling your coworker Aunt Jemima. All right, so let's jump into.
Boy, I was too edgy.
That was the episode that you hosted because Omar was sick.
Yeah, he had laryngitis.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, "My voice."
He said,
So on the real, how many dogs do I need to make
my
1
God.
gallon of milk?
Enough with this dog milk.
I'm trying to promote my new business. This is our retirement.
I got a question though.
Yeah?
Do you boil the milk?
Why would I? It's fresh.
I don't know.
You ever boil milk yourself?
Yeah,
For what?
it's clean.
what did Alan
Arroz
say
con
in the
leche,
U.S. or in
boiled milk.
Mexico? What did he say yesterday?
I don't know.
Because someone brought up boiling milk, and he's like, "You're talking about like in the U.S."
Have you guys, everyone here has been to Mexico, right?
Except my girlfriend.
Why not?
She's not. She's
Do they
not. from-
boil milk where you're from?
I've been to other foreign places. Yes, they do.
They boil milk where you're from?
I've had goat milk before.
How is that?
It's great.
Really?
It's very thick and creamy.
Ooh.
Just like
Ooh.
me.
All right, so everyone else has been there, right? You guys had the milk where...
in the bags.
Yeah, and then you have to... If it sits for, like, literally a minute, you start getting, like, the skin on top that you gotta flick out with a spoon.
No.
guys
Oh, you
have
don't need
had
those
that?
like chips.
What?
He lets them harden up and then like munches on them later.
I'm nasty.
This is how we get chocolate. It's just milk that dries up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from chocolate cows.
basically.
You ever do that, Mario? You ever flick the fat off of milk?
I haven't been to Mexico since I was like 4 or 5, so I don't.
Whoa.
So you don't remember?
Yeah,
Damn.
Damn,
Alright.
you wouldn't fit in, dog.
no. I'm too Americanized.
Me too.
Dude, same.
But I
No
am
whitewash.
I am brown though, so that's powerful.
Yeah, but you're covered in anime tattoos. So.
There's like fucking Mexico City is like the mayor put the last episode of Dragon Ball Super there, so my anime tattoos aren't gonna matter.
Bro, yeah, definitely. I feel like
Wait,
if anything,
what?
like Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball Z are like really big in
Yeah, it's
Mexico.
huge. There's a store in
Right.
Mexico
I used to-
just for Dragon Ball.
When I lived in Mexico is when I first started watching like Dragon Ball. So I thought it was a Mexican show because it didn't look like any of the American shows I was watching. So I thought Dragon Ball was Mexican.
You said you lived there?
Yeah, for like a year.
What?
Yeah, when I was like 4.
That's
I
why
would-
he's so brown.
Yeah,
I would never believe
that's,
it.
During that year, that's when I got brown and my eyes stopped being cross-eyed. I don't know why.
It was that milk. It was that milk he was drinking.
This is that bag milk.
That first time we went to Japan, the whole fucking plane was full of Mexicans. Mm-hmm. Full of them.
No
I
way.
literally saw like 10 different Nellies.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah,
lots of them. They're everywhere. Mexicans are everywhere.
because they were all holding their Mexico passport.
Some Mexicans.
Yeah, you
are-
can't keep them out.
To like stamp it because
You
we
can't
were
keep
going
'em
through
in.
Canada.
The fucking Mexican weaves are invading, dude.
They
I
are.
swear to God.
So much so that there's an episode of La Rosa de Guadalupe about otakus.
Really?
Hell yeah.
It's great. And I think it's Dragon Ball that they're into in the show, too.
Dragon Ball's a devil.
Wait,
Akira
what was
Toriyama's
that
a devil.
thing you sent?
About what? Oh,
The manga, the anime, and the
Vivivisión.
yeah, Televisión.
Televisión.
We'll put that on the our Instagram so you guys can see what we're talking about.
Was
Our
that
group
real?
chat- Yeah. no, it's not real.
Okay.
We have a group chat that we use for like, hey, are you guys able to record today? But it ended up just evolving into My Hero Academia memes.
No, the one on Instagram's the
Instagram.
band page.
Well, they don't know that. I was just faking it.
No. Well, you're a bad liar.
All right. Well, anyway, so we usually don't talk this much business on the podcast. We usually save that for off mic. So that was just a little taste of what it's like being part of our business.
You should
Well,
invest. You should invest now.
Yeah, invest.
2020 is a big year for
I'm
me.
gonna start my own dog milk company. But anyway, what we normally do on the Spit Bucket is we bring up some funny news stories from around the world,
And we expose people.
and we expose people. We call people out.
Hell yeah.
Carl,
That's my
get ready to
favorite
get your ass beat as
Usually
soon as the
Omar,
mic.
though.
God.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm always getting called out for shit, and I'm the one running the show. Like, I could technically delete it if I want.
That's true. But you're a man with integrity.
Right.
But,
at least
but
has
literally,
that.
that means you're the only one who wasted time because
Yeah.
you did all this and then just to delete it. That's on your end.
All right, well, I have two kind of short stories for us this week. The first one I have is a Georgia man is arrested for watching porn and touching himself in an Applebee's.
Yikes.
Uh-huh.
I can't say I'm surprised though. Like, who still goes to Applebee's in 2020?
No one, and that's why I feel like it was pretty empty.
It's an
And
appropriate
it
place.
might have been okay to do that.
There's,
Right.
there's actually like people at work that are very upset that the Applebees in Zion closed down.
But dude,
Yes.
There's a haunted
it's been
forest
closed for like
preserve
6
behind it.
years.
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, I feel like it has been that long.
I don't think so.
I feel like it's been like 5
I'm
or 6
upset
years.
about the DQ that closed down, but racism. be doing
Racism
that.
happens.
We don't claim them.
Carl, you got Applebee's up by you? Down by you?
Nope.
What
So
does
what-
Rockford have besides like crime?
Damn.
What else do you want?
I don't know. I don't live there.
We went to visit Carl a few weeks ago, and then we were about to go find somewhere to eat, and then her brother's like, "There's like a raid going on right now on this street."
Oh yeah, because there's like a shit ton of like cops and
Yeah.
just sirens filling up the streets. Hell yeah.
And we still went to go eat.
Hell yeah.
We got
Good
some pad thai.
time.
That shit was
That shit was
delicious.
delicious.
So Georgia Man was arrested on Friday for watching porn on his cell phone and touching himself in the Applebee's, police said. The Thomasville Police Department responded to an incident at the chain restaurant at 9:30 p.m., where employees and customers, whom some were under 18, had reported witnessing this man,
Oh no.
Timothy Dugan, fondling himself watching pornographic content on his cell phone.
Oh no.
What website was he on?
It didn't say,
It's probably a scrub and like on
But,
porn.
like-
but here's a picture of him.
I'm sorry, what?
You guys tell me what you think he was watching.
Ooh, he was on YouPorn for sure.
he was watching cuck shit,
Coke shit?
guaranteed.
No, he found that category that's just money. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No,
No? Okay. Well, all right. Well,
like
there-
money shots.
no. There's a whole category. I've heard.
Uh-huh.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly, there's a whole category where they're just like, you walk up to someone and then they like negotiate.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes,
You guys know
Like
what the
sex
fuck I'm
work?
talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have heard it too?
No, I've seen it. I watched
Is
it.
it like that?
Right, like
Search
5
for
years
it.
ago.
No,
Like Cash Cab?
Yeah.
Yeah, cash cab.
Cash cab.
not,
Well, like,
fake,
yeah.
not fake taxi.
Like we'll
cash
give you
cab.
we'll give you like $20 to show us your butthole, and then after that they're like, okay, well, how much to like
Don't they make them walk afterwards?
Yeah. But I mean,
Okay, let's say okay. No one gets on fucking taxis anymore, right? We're all getting in an Uber. What's the most amount of money that someone could offer you for you to be like, I'll just show you my asshole for that?
$30.
$30. How do you feel about that, Ma?
I'm a little disappointed.
That's a little bit.
How much
dog.
would you be okay with if he's like, I came home with this much money because I showed my butthole to an Uvu Java?
A good $100, I think.
At least $100.
$100.
That's
I don't-
still.
I'm
I just-
talking literally the only thing you have to do, take off your seatbelt, turn around, and he just has to see your butthole through the
the whole
mirror.
ride, or just like real
Just-
quickly.
Just real quick.
I gotta stop
You just
that.
gotta wink it once.
You just gotta make it go.
Just make it pulsate.
So, wait, would you want him to share that $100 with you, or is that all?
Oh,
his?
absolutely.
How much of that $100 would go to you?
I got 80%.
Hell yeah.
So that almost gives him his $30,
That he's okay with.
It all works out in the end.
right?
Yeah.
Mario, how much you paying? You driving an Uber?
Oh, I'm paying.
Now, yeah, you're in the situation.
paying.
How much would be your first thing where you're like, if I tell them this much, then maybe they'll show me their butthole before like they're like, I should really think about it.
I'm gonna be respectful. Probably like 1,000.
You'd recommend $1,000?
A
Yeah.
gentleman.
I like butts. I'm a big butt guy. Yeah, let me see your balloon knot for like 1,000.
Balloon nut?
You know?
What? What is that?
Balloon knot.
Yeah,
That's
y'all never
perfect.
tried
I think that's a
balloon
hernia, boy.
knot? Not the like actual knot, but like you tie it and then that little
So what do
part
you?
is, like, sticking
So
out.
how do you handle balloons? Like when you find a balloon, does that like
kiss it a little
do
bit.
something to you? Tied up, the tied up end. He just kind of slightly licks it. He's like,
You gotta flick it. You gotta flick it.
Well, you know I'm
So you're
nasty.
telling me every time I blew up a balloon, I was basically giving a rim job?
Hell yeah.
that's basically
I
that's
mean,
what
if you think about it like that, that's on you, dog. I can separate the two.
he said, fellas, is it gay to blow up balloons?
I guess it is now.
$1,000's a good one. Eric, if you're riding an Uber and a boy in a tanjiro, what is it? A hair tie?
Scrunchy.
It's a
Scrunchy offers you $1,000 for your balloon knot.
Wait, how
to see
much? So now you're telling me that I'd have to do it for 1,000?
Would you do it for
Would
$1,000?
you?
Mario asks you to show your asshole
Or what's a price point
for
you're comfortable with?
$1,000.
I think $1,000 is good enough, because if I'm taking a taxi, it's because I'm lazy, so I'd probably just be going down the street, honestly.
And the thing is also, I'm not, as the person purchasing the butthole looking, I'm not like, hey, I'm going to take a picture. Because there's no threat of the picture either. If I was a slime ball, though, I'd put a camera in my U-ber.
In your Uber?
Well, I think aside from this, I think you should always have a camera. If you're a U-ber driver,
Yeah,
always have a camera. 'Cause you
just to
never
be
know.
safe.
Right.
You never know when you'll see a
Just
little butt.
side
He's
point
like, you
there.
never know when you want to go back and look at it again.
True.
What about you, ladies? You're the one that proposed this question.
Honestly, I was gonna say like maybe $200-300.
It'd be a lot harder for girls to show just the balloon knot. Would you call
Right.
it?
You think so? I don't think so.
That's why 1,000, because they'll think about it at least.
Right.
Because then be like for 1,000, I'll show the whole thing,
The
the whole
whole package.
colon mark.
It'll show your large intestine.
No, what is that? What is that damn? It's a punctuation mark. What is it called?
Semicolon?
Semicolon.
Period and the wink. Carl, would you be more expensive than Jam? Is Jam underselling herself or nah? $300 your Ubu Java.
No. I
Is
gotta
that-
say like 1,000.
Damn, Jam.
Over
you
1,000,
cheat.
you can take a picture.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm
1,001.
I'm like-
I got you.
I'm like-
That's all the person's gonna say. Here's
He's like, I
1,001.
got 50 cents laying around.
I'm gonna be honest. I got a Thawi. You're gonna have to start looking for some change in the count.
Okay, 1,000 and
You can
the
have
free
everything.
ride.
That's
You
what I'm
can,
saying. You
you
go
can
like,
have everything that fell out of people's pockets in the back of the car.
let me get it.
Plus
Dig into
1,000.
seats, whatever you find is yours.
Gum.
Just go like, this is like perfect like lurk mode. You offer the 1,000. That's a lot of money, and then we're like 50 more. Let me touch your butt, and then they're like, "Well, I already got 1,000."
Right.
My butt's already out.
I watch too much porn. I think that's the problem here.
See, you watched that money category that I've heard about on the news.
He admitted to it,
You
yeah.
watch Cash Cab?
No, I watch Fake Taxi instead. It's more entertaining, and then I get mad that my dick's not as big as that guy's.
Aw, it's okay, buddy.
Because he's like driving the taxi, but he just throws it over to the back seat.
He throws his dick to the
Yeah.
back seat.
It's like that long. I'm like, damn, bro.
It's okay, Mario. You're a superstar too.
You're worth more than $300.
You
Yeah,
see?
I'm shocked that you're saying 300.
Okay, you're shocked, but you're not like over here hyping me up. Like, nah, don't. You know,
Damn.
You're
don't undersell
underselling
yourself.
Disappointed.
Hey, give me back my water bottle.
At least minimum 5,000 for you, Jim. Minimum.
Damn.
That's
Here you
my
go, Jim.
king right here. This is my ray of sunshine. Omar, you need to step
To
up.
show him
the
your
game.
balloon animal.
Y'all
If
nasty.
you add a dick, it's a balloon knot and then the long snake.
He's like, y'all want to see me make a giraffe?
A sword.
He's like, what does that mean? I'm sorry. He's like, just watch.
All right, well that was pretty much it. They called the police and then they had to take this boy out and he got charged with like a lot of stuff. Actually,
But you're at an Applebee's. You don't got like grease or crumbs on your hands.
He probably
or on your
wasn't.
Lubricant.
He probably wasn't there to eat. Well, did it say if he was there
Do they
to
have
eat?
free Wi-Fi at Applebee's?
I have not been to an Applebee's since I got diarrhea.
I don't
from one.
think they do.
They charge
Yeah,
you
I don't think
$5
so.
for Wi-Fi.
But some people are like into that, like the idea of getting caught, so they'll go to these places and
Like
do that.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
just about to bring that up. I didn't know if you guys were like too young for that.
What was it
I
too?
am,
The
but I
Land
know
Before
who he is.
Time, right?
What?
What the hell was he doing it to?
He was
It was The Land Before Time, wasn't
No,
it?
it was
Masturbating to the
He was
land
at a
before
porn
time.
theater.
he was a porn theater.
Oh.
And he got caught there.
But
Like
you're not allowed to touch yourself there.
I thought he was doing it during a kids movie.
no.
What the hell? I'm
That'd be
gonna-
way worse. But
yeah,
like,
the internet likes to like.
what's the whole point of a porn theater
a better
though?
story.
If I
You
can't
can't-
rub one out,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know,
exactly.
I don't get
I'm
it.
just gonna give
It's a
myself blue
crime,
balls.
truly.
That's what confuses me. So I'm not gonna. Well, I don't give a fuck. There's this one of my old friends. His dad had like a giant VHS like porn collection. Mm-hmm. And like, do you watch these? Like, what happens when you buy porn? Like, the thing about the internet is like, if you go watch porn, it's like 5-10 minutes long.
Right.
Sometimes that's all you need.
And then you close out of it, and the shame is gone.
Yes. You just forget.
Yeah.
Unless you're watching anime titties, because they're
No, those
be
linger.
embarrassed about
those
those.
linger.
These VHS tapes are like almost 2 hours long. What the fuck are you doing? Are you beating your?
You're
meat for
watching.
2
I think.
hours?
I think at that point you're just watching it for the storyline.
No, what I think happens because I remember one of the things that I was mad at when we converted to DVDs was that it didn't leave off exactly where you left off. You had to go to scene selection. So with with VHSs, you just take it out once you're done, and then next time you start where you left off.
That
It's
is a
perfect.
Good.
I remember
point.
going to Swaparama once, and it was during the summertime, so there was a lot of like stands outside, and there was one. I was like very young. I can't even tell you how old. There was one where there was like the guy who had like the tent, and then there was like a blanket on the floor. He had like DVDs and movies. He had some on the table. A lot of them were naked women. And I'm sitting here looking like, that's different. I ain't never seen that shit before. And it, like, stuck in my mind for, like, forever. And then I swear to you, I remember the specific cover. And then my freshman year, when we were moving out of our first house here in Waukegan, I saw one of the covers that I vividly remember seeing.
Your
in
dad
my
bought some
garage.
shit?
Yeah. How
Wait,
nasty is that?
Do we have the same dad?
Dude, I swear to God.
Because Napoleon Dynamite had come out on like DVD and Blu-ray. I don't know if it was Blu-ray, but DVD for sure.
I doubt it was Blu-ray.
You know, I was asking for him for the movie, my dad, for the longest, and he was always like, next week. That's his favorite line to me, next week.
And if you asked your mom, they say, si Dios quiere.
He'd be like, I just bought you something 8 days ago. I'm like, all right. Anyways, so
But I'm hungry.
I go to my dad's drawer to get pants because I needed pants.
So you take them from your dad?
Yeah,
dad's pants?
I'm a big boy, so I needed bigger dude's pants.
Hell
and,
yeah.
and then while I'm taking the pants off, I see like the front end of a DVD case, and it's like black. I'm like,
Napoleon.
it's Napoleon Dynamite.
I love your dad.
And I reach and grab it, and it's a fucking porn. And I put it back, and I look at my mom because she saw me, and she was like, "Don't do that again." And I was like,
Did you take the pants?
I'm embarrassed. No, I left the pants. I was embarrassed.
Damn, that's funny.
But you know I watched that DVD.
Where am I supposed to put all my the nudie mags that I got from Japan when we have children so they don't find them, but then so also I don't feel weird about having them.
What do I do with the one you gave me?
I don't know. What do you do with it now, boy?
I put it in a book bag, and that book bag is now somewhere at my house.
That's probably the best spot, honestly.
You're going to get pulled over. The cops are going to see this magazine in your bag. This guy's a pervert.
I think it's
You
your
gotta
magazine
listen.
that has a picture of a girl that's literally just tucked into bed.
Oh,
If it is
think
that
you're the
one,
one that has that
look
one.
for that picture. Please send that to me.
Oh, I think it came with the DVD, right?
I think so.
I think
They
And
all did. They
I
all
never
did.
watched it.
Yeah, sure.
What?
I dead ass. Like, I have not watched it.
Have
have
you
it-
seen this magazine, Ma?
Yeah, I sent it to her the day of. I was like, look what Omar got me. He's like, I got you something, and then it's a nudie magazine.
Hell yeah.
I looked through it like twice, and then I was like,
You don't remember that cozy picture?
I don't.
Damn.
She is
you gotta
tucked
find that.
in.
I
You
want to see
please
that
look for
real
that.
bad.
that,
I
that
can bring
photo
it, I
is
can
like
bring it
very
back after
weird.
all this.
I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, that's just kind of weird. Like, not in a bad way. It was just like, it looked
just
like she was literally
it was odd,
asleep, and this
yeah.
person was just like watching her sleep the whole
Japanese porn
time.
is weird, period.
It is. I think there was that one time where when we got back that we watched Ivan's on the TV with everyone. You remember?
No, it was on the laptop.
It was on the
wasn't
laptop.
We were all just like huddled around here just watching. It was probably the creepiest I've ever felt, but
Yeah,
you know, it was fine. It was actually pretty whack.
it was pretty whack.
It's because the
Oh,
mosaics.
Was I here?
Kind of like,
I don't remember. I don't remember who
Yeah,
all
you were
was
here. You're the one that wanted to watch it.
that sounds about
my
right.
man.
All right. I had another news story, but that one lasted way longer than I expected. So let's move on to the next one. Jam, what do you have for us?
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't pre-read this shit.
That's fine.
I
I didn't
never-
either.
I didn't either. I didn't know we were supposed to.
Yeah.
I skimmed. Like the milk.
Kangaroo with bad attitude beats up elderly woman, terrorizes town.
Shit.
Why are we saving Australia?
You're bogus.
This is from December, so it was
fucked up.
before the fire,
Oh,
dog.
before the fire.
It's okay. You can make the joke.
A
It
six-
rained. It rained. It's okay now.
No, it's not. Anyway, go ahead. We're done talking about
A
this.
6-foot-tall kangaroo with a bad attitude is terrorizing a small country town. The maniacal marsupial has attacked 3 people, including a 72-year-old woman who was taking her dog out for an early morning walk.
That's a fucking tall.
6
Kangaroo.
feet tall for a kangaroo.
That's
dog.
taller
I'm
than
running.
I am. And kangaroos are strong too. You ever seen one flex?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
tight as fuck.
That's scary.
Y'all ever
wish
seen
I was
Kangaroo
dead.
Jack?
Dude, I remember as a kid, I had like family come visit, and I was like mid nap.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, and it was weird because I felt like I was having a fever dream because on the TV there was this talking kangaroo that was like hip hop dancing, and I fell right back asleep. Like I ignored their whole visit, you know. And then the next morning when I woke up, I thought I had a fever dream, so I thought I made it up in my head, Kangaroo Jack.
Wait, so you probably saw a commercial?
I saw the commercial for it,
Okay.
but I thought I was already asleep,
Damn.
so it fucked me up. Where I was trying to explain to my parents, and my sister's like, I remember there's a kangaroo. He's wearing a hoodie. He has glasses. He was like hip hop self-defensing. And then it wasn't until months later where I went to Hollywood Video. I'm like, this is my dream.
Neighbor Kyron Sprott heard the screams and rushed out to find an unnamed senior sobbing on the ground.
That's so sad.
This is a quote. I just heard this yelling going out. It sounded like somebody was getting murdered, he told 7 News.
Oh, fuck.
She was crying. She said a roo attacked her. She was really shaken up and bleeding all over. I've got blood all over my arm.
Do you think she lasted longer than Cowboy? Or is that too early? Eric lost money yesterday.
Yeah, he lost big bucks, boy. To me.
$2 is a lot for me right now.
Do you want it back?
I'll give him
No,
back to
it's
you.
okay.
The woman was a victim of a sneak attack. It came from the back and got her from the back and pushed her down. That was kind of redundant.
Did she take her money and put it in its little pouch that they have?
She got scratch marks and was bleeding from either shoulder, down on her leg, and at the front of the body, too. That's a weirdly
She got
worded.
fucked up.
The kangaroo probably kicked the shit out of her, and she, like...
Oh,
scraped it
yeah.
down.
That makes sense.
What if we gave kangaroo wheels?
No,
They'd
be invincible.
They'd be unstoppable.
Wait, what did you say?
We gave them wheels.
Like cars? Or are you talking about
Yeah, like-
bolting wheels to their legs?
Yeah.
Bolting
Training wheels.
Yeah.
They can already stand on their tails.
You talking about roller skates?
But for kangaroos?
Just wheels, yeah. Just give them wheels.
Is that your new business that you're starting? Roller skates for kangaroos?
Their feet are long.
Ruler skates.
Oh!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go.
I'm leaving.
Okay, so it goes into 2 stories of the other people. One was the lady was at her garden that she spent 3 decades tending. And the seamstress said that the bees feasted on her roses and lemon tree, gardenias, and lavender and cacti.
Wow, it tried to fuck her whole
Somebody
life up
fucked
in
this
one day.
kangaroo up, bro.
In one day. Imagine, Mario, you remember when you got beat up on the bike trail? If it was a
Couple
kangaroo who
times.
did it?
You're like, which time?
I'd be like that guy who rescued his dog from the kangaroo.
Oh, just like punch him in the
jaws it.
face?
Damn.
Legitimately, Eric, if you saw an old lady getting beat up by a kangaroo, you know how endangered they are now. Would you go kick its ass?
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you push it hard enough, it'll kind of just, like, it'll start getting defensive, and then you can just drag the old lady away real quickly.
But it would be coming at you the whole time.
Yeah.
So
If you kick it in its hole, does it get hurt?
I don't know.
So this last story is of a couple who were at a pub. The kangaroo was sighted outside of his pub for about 2 months ago when the kangaroo attacked his wife.
He's trying to steal his girl.
The patron, armed with a bar stool, came to his spouse's defense, and the pair locked themselves inside the pub until the animal disappeared.
Wow, it's vicious.
So this boy out there,
So
boy.
a pub is a bar
Yeah.
for our American listeners.
You mean all of them? We actually have a few from the UK, so
There you go.
you guys know what we're talking about, right? Pub. Y'all heard that word before?
Y'all talking about PUBG?
Wow.
Anyways, that was it. Y'all be careful with them kangaroos, boy.
Yeah. I've never been... Actually, I've literally never been attacked by an animal.
I've been
hate you,
attacked by a
Omar.
dog.
I swear to God, dude. You're handsome. You got a great voice. Your dad's still with you. You've never been hurt.
What are you
No
talking about,
animals
Eric?
have attacked you.
Me? Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's like,
y'all
we got
some
it all.
OGs from Waukegan,
No, you're
right?
right.
How many of you have been attacked by the bees under the long ass slides at Beaver Park?
Me. Yep.
Hell yeah! Under those metal slides they used to have, boy.
You guys see that meme? I mean, this is like a totally different thing, but you guys see that meme where it's like kid scrapes his leg and it's like the dad's like, looks like we gotta cut the leg off. You guys see it?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, yeah.
I remember the first time I got a splinter, I swear I thought my dad was gonna cut my leg off. I got like a splinter on my leg, and I remember it pretty. Is it vaguely? I don't know.
Vividly.
Anyway, vividly, yes. I got brought into the room that I'm staying in now, and it was bright outside, except we had the curtains closed, so it looked yellow in there, and there was like 3 people holding me down, and I was like, oh, my leg's about to get cut off.
Fuck.
Yeah, they just like, they grabbed the little tweezers and pulled it out, but like I said, I'm pretty sure my dad was like, oh, we gotta cut your leg off, so he like made him and like my uncles pick me up
Oh,
and probably
no.
dragged yeah.
If it was during
That's
the Civil
hilarious.
War, then yes, they would have cut your leg off.
Yeah,
with a
but
splinter.
I honestly remember thinking I was gonna lose my leg.
I was attacked by a grasshopper.
How?
I was like 8.
Didn't you eat a bunch?
No.
What was the bug you ate that one time?
Was it grasshoppers? What was it?
I have no idea.
Crickets?
It was some type of bug. But like I was walking and like it jumped out of nowhere and I tweaked out and it went inside my shirt and I got scared. So
Didn't
like
you
I took off my shirt and I threw it on the floor and I ran inside.
Didn't you throw a frog in the street once?
Man, we don't talk about
Was
that.
that you or was that Eric?
Why
That
would
was-
I have done that?
That's
Don't you hate frogs too?
I'm not
No.
proud.
I like frogs.
Oh,
I-
he hates frogs.
No, okay, so
Steph doesn't like lizards. Is that what you're thinking of?
Maybe.
they used to gross me out. I came to respect them now, but like that was I don't acknowledge that person anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of what I did.
But there was that one time that there was a frog that was getting too froggy with you,
Yeah,
and you threw it out into the road to get killed.
I put it in a dustpan, and I just flung that bitch. I remember cars were like swerving because they was that big. Like they. did
Oh
not
my
want
god!
it.
Oh,
I
so it was a
should-
toad.
It was just
It
ugly.
was one of those bullfrogs.
It was like
big ass
bro,
one.
it's fat, bumpy.
Yeah,
It has
that's a
beady
toad,
eyes.
Boy.
I remember seeing a toad outside my house on Clearview. It was so big and so slow that it didn't really like move by the time I was able to put something over it because I wanted to look at it. I wanted to hold it, but then it's like big lumps on its back started oozing like this milk.
That's
I'm like,
gross.
I don't
And
know
that's
if I
going to
should
be
touch
my
that.
side business. Frog milk.
Frog
Toad
milk.
For all your toad needs.
My cousin got sprayed by that.
They spray?
Yeah,
Oh no!
yeah, that's pretty funny.
It's a good thing I let that bitch go when I did.
You are actually holding it?
I had it trapped, but it was a metal like cage. It was part of like a bird cage. So I just put it over him.
You guys ever suck the milk out of a dandelion? You know when you cut a dandelion and then
No.
like white stuff comes?
Who else has a story?
All right, I do.
I'm good.
Can I tell my story next? I want to read it.
Do you want to go first? I don't
No,
mind.
you can.
We
Yours,
can,
you
like-
said yours is short. It's okay.
Okay.
I don't mind. I'm in no rush.
Do you guys know what the name of the Geico lizard is called? He's got a real name.
Alfred.
Isn't it just Geico?
Martin.
Martin.
Martin?
Okay, sorry. I forgot that was something that me and Steph were talking about. She's like, does it even have a name? I was like, I think so, and I looked it up, and it's Martin. Okay,
don't like
it's
that.
not, what is it
Martin.
called? It's not lore, though, or whatever the hell.
It's not canon?
Cannon, there you go. Nick Cannon. Okay, go ahead, Martin.
All right, this is my first story, so I'm nervous and I want to throw up. So don't make fun of me.
We're going to find out if he knows how to read.
Well, when I was in 3rd grade, they told me I had the reading level of an 8th grader, and I stayed there.
They said he's only going to be good enough up until 8th grade.
I'll drink to that.
Okay, so the headline is Florida man wakes up to burglar sucking on his toes.
We've actually had a story like this in the past where someone broke into a house.
And they were sucking on toes.
Yeah.
He said, hey, cutie.
No. We're talking about when Tony broke into a house to steal a TV.
No, that's a separate thing too.
And he sucked
I
on
feel like
toes?
you guys have talked about someone going into a house just to like play with someone's feet.
Yeah.
Tony broke into someone's house to get his toes sucked. Is that the story?
Yeah.
To put his toe in someone else's mouth. But this is more of a recent story, right?
This is from January 8th,
Okay,
2020.
The story that we talked about was in the last.
was like last
that
last
was a long
year.
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a thing that happens a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. A
What people
snoozing,
be like,
Dude, I'm gonna start locking. I'm gonna start sleeping with my door unlocked.
sleep with socks on.
I'll come in. A snoozing Florida man received a very rude awakening on Christmas Eve from a creepy burglar sucking on his toes.
Merry Christmas.
The startled Brandington resident then asked the sicko what he was doing, to which the stranger replied that he was there to suck toes.
Straightforward.
Do
I
you think
like
he's
it.
a fan? Do you think he's a fan
Of who?
of us?
Why would he be a fan?
I don't know. He sounds like our kind of people.
Yeah.
He said to
The
suck
toe
toes.
sucker demographic.
Anyone who's ever listened to this podcast, whether it's on a weekly basis or just one time, even by accident, has sucked on a toe in their life.
No,
Alright, keep
going
I
with your
haven't.
story.
No, I have not.
So the
Don't
guy
say that.
reported to the sheriff's office. Police say a fight then erupted, and the suspect tried to grab the man's genitals and even threatened that he had a gun.
He said, "Vendes fruta?" Pinche pepino.
No weapon was ever displayed, according to the cops. The victim managed to boot the intruder out of his home, but the criminal then bashed a window to the residence and wrecked the victim's car windshield before fleeing the scene. And then authorities took DNA swabs from the victim's toes in order to track down the weirdo.
Oh my god!
He
At
sounds
that
like-
point, should have just let the guy suck his toes.
Legitimately, if the guy's like, "I'm here to suck toes," and you just say, "All right," what would happen?
I'd ask for like $10 for
He'd
a
want
suck.
to take it a step further for sure.
You think he would want to take it?
Yeah.
He said, "Here's a thou. Show me your
Butthole.
It's not me. I don't like getting my toes sucked.
Like at that point, like, do you want like is it too late to stop?
When what?
Right? Like he's already sucking on your toes. Might as well show him my butthole.
What?
That's what I'm saying, dude. You start one thing, the other ones go easier. I have this bedroom technique that I'll tell you about outside the podcast because I'm not ready to reveal my secrets.
Just yet.
hell yeah.
No,
Always
Legend has it you're drowning in pussy, boy.
I've heard
It's not
that.
a legend.
I've heard that on the streets.
It's a myth.
Where
Damn it.
I actually have the ability to upload secret episodes, so we could sell the link for. We'll start a Mario bedroom program.
Mario Sex Ed.
If you donate $500 to our Patreon, I will teach you about sex, and not in the creepy way.
At an 8th grade reading level.
No.
But have you ever suck on a toe?
Don't look at his reaction. Look at her reaction.
There's a reason I'm not turning around.
Ma, why are you so red?
No comment.
I told her like, listen, I'll be like super open with like all of you guys, and I'm like, I can't do this with any group of people. So I did give her like a little heads up as to let her know as to like how like I guess weird and open you guys get.
This is
So, like-
technically the second time we've ever met her.
Yeah, but this is like the first time like all of this is coming to the light. Like,
Well, this is the podcast, so
yeah, we have no
goes
shame
down,
in
So
here.
everyone gonna know now.
yeah. So Gibby has sucked on a toe. Now we know for sure.
I licked one.
Yours?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't get my foot into my mouth.
Okay. And then
Mario can.
I became 5, and then I gained weight, and I couldn't do it again.
That's the last time you did that?
Yeah.
Eric, would you let someone suck on your toe?
Does Stephanie suck on your toe?
Would you kick?
I wouldn't let them get near me enough to
Are your
even
feet
offer.
ticklish?
No. Why do I want someone's mouth on my foot?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll like it. I don't know. Omar liked it that one time.
No, let's not bring that up.
Oh,
I ain't even gonna lie, Chief.
That you need to wash them feet.
Well, that was years ago. Now, if anyone, I swear to God, if any one of you tries to suck my toe, you guys are about to get athlete's mouth.
Gross.
You're
smell
nasty.
like cottage cheese, boy.
Y'all nasty if you don't wash your feet, bro.
I do. I got that ringworm. That's not true. That's not true at all. All right, Gibby, you got a story for us?
Okay, so the headline is Alberta judge cites Seinfeld and allowing Edmonton man's appeal. What? Yeah. A justice has allowed an Edmonton's ban appeal based on an unusual precedent set not by law but by Seinfeld's own George Costanza. Costanza cancels a physiotherapy appointment within 24 hours. Later, he finds out he's been charged a $75 fee and would face a second fee if he were to cancel the next day's appointment. But when he shows up at the office the next day, a receptionist informs him that the physiotherapist has personal affairs she has to attend to and that the office left a voicemail message. I'm sorry, I require 24 hours for a cancellation, he says. Now, as I see it, you owe me $75. Will that be cash or check?
Wow.
On Thursday, a court of Queen's Bench of Alberta justice found parallels between Costanza's predicament and that of a local man.
What are the chances?
Seinfeld helps him out, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is why I picked it, because I like Seinfeld.
Has anyone else watched Seinfeld at the table?
Please,
Yeah.
Eric, I know you've seen Seinfeld.
Yeah, I like Seinfeld.
Yeah, thank you,
You
Eric.
watched it, Mario?
Yep.
You have?
You like Seinfeld,
so then
Mario?
This half hasn't.
I've never watched the entire thing, but maybe a few years ago, a friend downloaded everything, and I was
Yeah.
watching like certain episodes, and I was like, "Damn, why didn't I watch this when I was?"
See,
younger?
I like
This is-
it. I like that dry sense of humor. I
My
love
thing
it.
with Seinfeld is that when people explain Seinfeld to me, I find it funnier than when I actually watch it.
It's a show about nothing.
Yeah, but I find it more interesting when someone tells me about an episode instead of me watching the episode.
Yeah, because you get the whole joke instead of the episode being a joke.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't have the patience.
Omar can't watch Parks and Rec.
What?
Whack.
Oh my!
I just
Whack.
want to watch it with you, and you just never want to watch it. So then
Every time I've tried to say, like, hey, let's start watching Parks and Rec, anytime that there's a joke, anything that was like, oh, he's gonna like this, but I don't say anything, no reaction. Give it a week. If I say, like, a joke along with the same punchline, it'll have him dying. He's a real piece of shit, let me tell you.
You should watch it. Amy Poehler is on my list.
Oh yeah.
We
Whoa.
talked about last time. She's big, boy.
What about Tina Fey though?
Not on the list.
She's not on the list.
What was that show that she had on Nickelodeon where she was a cartoon? Mighty Bee.
Who?
Oh yeah,
I
Amy
love
Poehler
that
had
show.
I never
Mighty
liked
Bee,
it.
That sounds familiar.
I forgot about that.
It does.
I
It
was
did look
getting
like
too
something
old to watch it.
Jam would watch. Okay, so anyways, the man's appeal request for a new trial date came after months long of bungling of dates and times that
Bungling?
yeah, that's the word. It's in quotes. Bungling. B-U-N-G-L-I-N-G. Bungling. The Edmonton man had received $500 in tickets in July 2018 in relation to a dog attack. After pleading not guilty, he was scheduled to go on trial at 1:30 p.m. on January 31st. On that day, however, court did not have time to hear his trial. He was rescheduled for 9 a.m. on October 16th. At 9 a.m., when he was not there, the man was convicted in absentia. He showed up for 2 hours later at 11 a.m., arguing he had a reasonable excuse. He thought the trial began at 1:30 p.m. Justice John Little cites several cases in considering whether mistaking the start time is a reasonable excuse, noting neither the appellant nor court was without fault. Little wrote the man would face a similar injustice as Costanza if he was penalized and refused a court date, when the court itself bungled its dates twice and required his attendance both times. The man's appeal was allowed and a new trial will be set.
Wow, so it worked out for him.
It worked out. See, and this is why I encourage everyone to watch Seinfeld, because like they go through like the most random, most bullshit like situations, like so
where it might have
obscure
already
and so
happened
weird,
to you.
where like chances are it probably happened to you, and you can pull up
Take it to
Hulu and
court.
be like, yeah, like watch this episode of Seinfeld.
In court.
This is Seinfeld. If you're listening, specifically Seinfeld, just Jerry Seinfeld,
Yeah.
sponsor us.
Yeah,
What would
okay.
he give us? What would he
Sponsor Omar's.
He literally would not
dog
find us
milk.
funny.
I am here to sell 33%, 33rd and a third % of my company.
All I'm saying is Seinfeld did B movie, so he can't get mad at us.
Well, Seinfeld wouldn't even want to listen to the podcast because we say shit like stummy instead of stomach.
That's true. And whose fault is that?
Why y'all looking at me for?
He looked at you, so I was like, "What are we looking? What are we looking at?"
Oh man, I feel attacked for real. For real.
Okay, I got one more for us, and this one's a little bit spooky.
Ew.
So this is the other one that I was gonna read, and I don't know if you guys are ready. I think we've asked everyone here, but which one?
What's your favorite wish?
What's your favorite wish? Also, do you believe in ghosts?
What do you mean? What's your favorite wish?
Ignore that question. That wasn't the question that mattered.
You talking about like what am I wishing for? Or you talking about the website wish?
The paranormal. It's not a spooky episode, but
Do
I
you
feel like I
believe
should
in
ask.
ghosts?
Why are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
Why?
I'm asking you the question.
But why are you asking me specifically?
She's hiding
your
something. She's
friend.
hiding
Right.
something.
She's a ghost.
I guess, yeah.
What about you guys?
Hot take.
Hot take. Carl believes in ghosts. Let's make fun of her. I'm just kidding.
I'll say it right now. I'd be scared as hell.
I've been to Mexico. I've seen some shit.
Yeah? You've seen
Duendes?
some duendes?
Bro, duendes are creepy.
What about you, Gibby? You believe in ghosts?
Sure.
That's a yes. That's a yes.
Sure.
What about you, Mario?
Yeah, I believe in like everything.
Everything.
I think
He's like, besides myself.
when yeah, you're right. You're fucking right.
Got it.
When you like think about how big the world and the universe is, man, something's got to be up.
Yeah, there's
There's
definitely
definitely ghosts out there.
there's definitely like some other type of
Some
world besides the
Goddamn
physical.
aliens.
Aliens.
E.T.'s a documentary.
All right, so here's a story that that's kind of creepy. They can't let it go. Haunted Elsa doll returns to a Houston family after being thrown out multiple times.
No way.
I would burn that motherfucker alive. Don't even.
It comes back.
Easy. That's easy.
Comes
This is
back,
from, this happened on January 18th. This is when this story is from.
Oh my god, today's the 19th.
Oh god, it's a brand new story. This happened in Houston.
Oh my god.
Houston.
Yeah, Houston. So on Christmas of 2013, a Houston area girl was gifted an Elsa doll, and all was well until it wasn't. The doll recited phrases from Frozen, like "Let It Go," when the necklace was pressed. For 2 years, it did that in English, said the mother. In 2015, it started doing it in Spanish and English. There wasn't a button to change these. It was just random. The family owned the doll for more than 6 years and never changed the batteries. The mother says that the doll would randomly begin to speak and sing even when it was switched off. In December of 2019, the family decided to get rid of the doll. However, Elsa had something else in mind. Despite throwing it out in the trash, the family found the doll inside on the bench in the living room weeks later.
Somebody's fucking with him.
Right.
I don't know how an Elsa doll would ever be haunted. It has no reason to be.
I think I would specifically like drive out miles and miles and like throw it in some random cornfield.
Test the theory.
And then if it somehow came, like I do it by myself too, so like nobody knows where the hell
All
I
the kids
threw
are
it
at school.
And if it were to come back, then at that point, I think I just like hang myself.
Well, what's that? What's that phrase? If you love something, let it go. If it comes back,
It's yours forever.
yeah,
Wow, that's
Right?
precious and creepy at the same time.
yeah. The kids insisted that they didn't put it there. The mom started believing that they were just digging through the trash to get it out. Elsa completely stopped operating in English and began to speak and sing only in Spanish. I think these are white people, so I think that they're actually just scared of Spanish.
They're xenophobic.
Yeah, so that's really what the story is all about.
I believe it.
Once again, the family attempted to throw out the Elsa doll, and then her husband double bagged it and then placed it at the bottom of the garbage can, took it out on trash day. The family traveled and forgot about it, but when they returned, their daughters found out that their old friend was outside their house, and they said, "Okay, guys, seriously,
Okay,
we
but
need help."
hold on. Did they specify where outside of the house? Like just on their step? Oh, fuck that, dude. Hell no.
It's just like it chilling in a corner.
Why it built like that?
Oh, that made me really weird.
Yeah, look at that.
Imagine just finding that like in your backyard. She's just posted up.
I'm gonna leave her there.
Posted like
Do
that
what
one
you
meme,
gotta
the dude with the had to do it to him.
What if they walk by, they see it there, and she says, "You got some cheese for me to eat?" They posted it up on like the internet. They titled it, "Help us get rid of this haunted doll." When they were asked, people started just believing that it was a prank. The family made some final attempts to get rid of the doll, but this time Elsa isn't going into the unknown. The doll was mailed without a return address to a family friend in Minnesota. Why would they
Why
do
would
that?
you do that, you fucking assholes?
That's fucked.
Why would they mail the doll to...
To a family
Oh
friend
my
at
God.
that.
Did they not-
Just
did-
find a random ass address.
But like, what if they requested for it? And that
Oh, no.
that part was
but
left out.
Why would you
article.
send it with no return address?
Because they don't want it back.
Yeah, but why would you send it to your friend?
What if they ask for it? What if they're into like the
But they
superstitious? How do you know?
Because it would say that they asked for it.
Yeah,
Also, if they knew who it was coming from, they would put a return address.
yeah.
What if they're just trying to fuck with them now?
They
You gotta do
probably
what
are.
I
You're a
do
piece
when
of
I'm
shit.
trying to find a good house to trick or treat at. You look at like the real estate websites, find a nice expensive house. No one
Ooh,
lives there
good
yet,
point.
so you just go to that neighborhood. They could have just found like a random ass house.
I tie it up with rocks and throw it into Lake Michigan.
With the alligator that was also in there.
You'd come all the way to Lake Michigan from Houston.
I throw it in the ocean, right?
Oh, yeah,
The
right.
Gulf of
Shit,
Mexico.
throw that bitch over the border.
The border.
Yeah.
Wait for a tornado and then throw that
Little
motherfucker.
How close would you have to be to throw it inside a tornado?
Depends on the strength of the wind.
So the family says that if at this point the doll comes back, then maybe they'll start believing in the
I hope it
supernatural.
comes back.
I really hope it comes back.
How
too.
do you not believe it after it coming back multiple times?
Right?
Chucky ain't slick.
Do you think that's why they sent it to like a family friend? So then the family friend could be like giving them updates without them knowing that it's from them.
That's fucked though.
Yeah, that is. Well,
Yeah.
they'd see the story.
That's true, but the story is pretty new, so maybe it just hasn't gotten to them
Yeah.
yet. And it happened in Houston, so
To Minnesota. That's
Yeah.
a pretty.
Oh, that's right.
yeah. So I doubt that they would get the headlines that it's making all the way up there. I don't think they have news in Minnesota, if I'm being completely honest.
They got stuff there.
I think it's cold out there.
Yeah.
In the Mall
Remember-
of America there?
Remember we went to the Mall of America and I think I bought a pair of shoes and she said, "Here's your big."
Here's your big. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love their accent up there.
Up there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I told you the story yesterday, Carl, because I knew you were gonna sleep here, so I didn't want to scare you.
Oh, yeah.
God.
And I told Erik the story as we were walking into Dave and Busty's last night. But
David's busty.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, he is.
I think it was this last Monday where Omar will like
Oh, I
and
was like, wait, what did you tell
will
me?
come
I remember.
in and out of the room as he's getting ready for work, but he usually leaves the lights off, which thank you for that. I'll hear him come in if he's looking for something. He'll like whisper like, "Hey, like where's whatever." That's fine. But this last time, he calls me Mommy Les from time to time. So I knew
Mommy
he was
Les.
still in the house. So I heard while I was like asleep, I heard him from like the foot of the bed say, "Mommy Les," and I literally like shot up, saying like, "What?" And my eyes are like still trying to adjust to the light that's coming in, and I'm like, "Okay, I don't see him yet. And yet my eyes are all the way open. I don't see anybody, and I'm like, "Oh." That was weird. And then I just got like, you remember those like tube TVs? How they would make that like that sound?
Static.
When they would turn on.
Yeah.
I had that sensation going on, and then I felt just like a gripping on my forearm. I'm like, I gotta go.
Dude,
and,
I was upstairs taking a big old dump.
and I literally like, it was like maybe it's like 6:30 in the morning, and I still had like half an hour left to sleep because I tried to just sleep it off, but I felt too like on edge, and I went upstairs and I'm like, Omar, something weird happened.
She's like, something touched me.
I was scared.
It's like something touched me, and I know it was you.
I didn't like that shit.
Yeah, she's like, I'd never been touched like that before, so I knew it wasn't you.
She said someone offered me a thowie.
Son of I seen my semi-cool. I don't know what that meant.
But yeah, I was sufficiently spooked.
When did this happen?
This is on Monday.
I feel like knowing your history that you've had with the paranormal at this point, I just think that there's like something just following you.
But I feel like, why doesn't it just leave me alone?
Don't speak it, dog. Don't
It's got a crush on you. I don't know. Casper?
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Mob Psycho 100?
No.
A little bit, yeah.
Have you seen season 2?
No.
Damn. All right. Well, there's this one episode in season 2. So there's this woman that they're trying to help out in the show, right? And she keeps seeing a shadow of someone like looking what looks like. How do you explain this gesture
Someone,
to people who are
Cupping your
peeking.
eyes.
Somebody like...
Like cupping your eyes.
Doing
to
like
take
the
a peek
peeking
into the
Tom
window.
thing?
Yeah.
like a peeping Tom kind of pose?
Yeah.
She keeps seeing the shadow of peeping Tom in her house, and then it turns out it was her neighbor who was like projecting this peeping Tom kind of ghost to go spy on her. So what if that was just that? I was taking a big old dumpy and I was trying to spy on you, and I just like projected myself over.
What was that movie clip Alan was showing me yesterday?
Boy ain't even white.
About that ghost that sucked that girl's titty?
Oh, Hollow Man.
That's not a ghost. He was just invisible.
I don't like
Invisible
that shit.
Man?
That shit nasty.
If you're invisible, even if you're alive, you're technically a ghost.
True. I don't care what anyone says.
Is that a hot
How
take?
could you say something so bold yet so brave? Or what's that? What does he say?
So controversial.
Yet so
Yeah.
brave.
Shouts to Eric Andre.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all we have for you guys this week. So
I think we're all still just a little tired.
from yesterday, but hopefully you guys had fun. All right, and if you guys would like to buy some dog milk, I'm serious about this venture.
Oh my god.
If you guys want to buy into my company or just want some product, let me know.
Make sure y'all boil it before.
Can I make merch?
Yeah, you can make merch. Let me know if you guys have any more ideas that I can. I want to make this. I want to be the new cow milk. So let me know on Twitter and Instagram at _the Shark Boy. Jam, where can people find you?
Sorry. Instagram and Twitter at really_cool.
Carolina, do you have anything where people can find you, or are you going to stay
You
mysterious?
can find me on Twitter somewhere.
Ooh, you on Twitter? You sharing memes? No.
I keep them to myself.
What about you, Eric? Where can people find you?
I ain't got no job, so at home. But don't come looking for me there. There's no point.
Why not?
Cause
I'll come find you.
no.
Remember when you walked here because Mario didn't want to pick you up?
Man,
Yeah,
that wasn't
I
me.
do
That was-
remember that.
You know what? I'm the Mendoza brother today. It was my fault.
Eric, what's your Instagram.com?
Long time. That's also Long John, right? Is my AI dungeon name? Long John.
But John spelled JHN.
Yeah, just find me on AI Dungeon at Long John with no O's.
Okay. All right. Gibby, where can people find you?
I sometimes post on Instagram. It's _SBDunk29. Same old.
It might be different by the time you guys listen to this episode, because this boy be changing it.
No, I don't. It's been a while. I just haven't posted anything.
All right, Mario, where can people find you?
At Punknap on anything.
I
If you're
wish
on-
I had that
If you're on
tag, dog.
Pocket Camp, if you're on, that's just
My
fun.
boy looking like a gnome over here.
Looking like a duende.
Do you want to shout out your stuff?
Do you want to?
If you can spell my name, you can find me anywhere.
Deal.
That's all
All
the
right.
info we get.
$100 if you guys hunt her down on her social medias.
I'll personally make sure to like stab you in the neck. If you don't get hurt. And as you're bleeding out, I'm gonna like gouge your eyes out. And I'm gonna shit.
Okay,
and I'm-
we gotta cut this
and
shit.
We gotta cut it. We gotta cut it. This isn't good for the investors.
Don't come near her. Don't come near her.
Turn it.
That's all
I
I'm
love
saying.
that video.
Apparently, there's an extended version.
The extended cut.
Yeah.
The extendo.
All right, we'll see you guys next week at the Spit Bucket.
Ivan said he was gonna be here.
Damn.
He did say that, didn't he?
Yup.
Man, what a liar.
Also, let me know if you guys like that old that anime outro that we did 2 weeks ago.
I beat my meat to that 3 times.
Hell yeah, boy. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Spit Bucket. Remember, if you like the show, share it with your friends and leave a review. We'll see you next time. Unless Omar can gather the boys, then you're fricked. Okay,